Have you ever looked at someone and wondered what they were truly feeling behind the mask of their words? Could it be that their posture, their gestures, or even the way they stand reveals secrets their mouth will never tell? What if you could decode those hidden messages and see the truth that lies beneath? Join me as we explore a powerful Buddhist tale that unveils the secret to understanding people, not through their words, but through the language of their bodies. This is a story that combines ancient wisdom with deep emotional insight, showing us how to truly connect with others and ourselves. Once in a land blessed with rolling hills and lush green forests, there was a small monastery perched on a mountaintop. The monastery was known for its wise and enigmatic master, Siddhartha, who had an unusual teaching method. Siddhartha rarely spoke, yet his students revered him for his profound insights. One day, a young seeker named Rajiv climbed the steep trail to the monastery. Rajiv was known for his sharp intellect, but struggled with understanding the emotions of others. "People confuse me," he often lamented. "They say one thing but mean another. How can I trust anyone?" When Rajiv finally reached the monastery, he bowed deeply before Siddhartha and poured out his frustrations. "Master," he said, "I wish to learn the truth of people's hearts. Teach me how to see what words cannot reveal." Siddhartha gazed at Rajiv for a long moment, then rose silently and gestured for him to follow. Siddhartha led Rajiv to a nearby village bustling with activity. Merchants shouted about their wares, children played in the dirt streets, and elders sat in the shade, deep in conversation. Siddhartha pointed to a spot near a well and sat cross-legged, motioning for Rajiv to do the same. For hours they sat in silence, observing the flow of life around them. Rajiv's frustration grew. "What am I supposed to learn?" he wondered. At last, Siddhartha broke the silence with a single question. "What did you see?" Rajiv hesitated, unsure of what the master wanted to hear. "I saw people living their lives, talking, working, playing." Siddhartha nodded. "And what did you feel?" "Confused," Rajiv admitted. "They all seemed so busy, but I couldn't tell what they were thinking." Siddhartha smiled faintly and gestured for Rajiv to follow him back to the monastery. Back at the monastery, Siddhartha handed Rajiv a small mirror. "Before you can read others," he said, speaking for the first time in hours, "you must learn to read yourself. The body is a mirror of the mind. If you understand your own body, you can begin to understand others." Rajiv was puzzled but eager to learn. Over the next weeks, Siddhartha guided him through exercises that were deceptively simple, yet deeply revealing. They practiced breathing techniques, noticing how the body tensed and relaxed with each thought or emotion. Siddhartha showed Rajiv how to walk mindfully, paying attention to how his posture changed with his mood. One day, as Rajiv practiced, he noticed something astonishing. When he was anxious, his shoulders hunched slightly. When he was confident, his chest expanded naturally. It was as if his body was speaking a language he had never learned to hear before. As Rajiv grew more attuned to his own body, Siddhartha took him back to the village. This time Rajiv saw it with new eyes. He noticed the merchant's forced smile that didn't reach his eyes, a sign of hidden frustration. He saw a child tapping their foot impatiently while listening to a story, eager to play instead. "Master," Rajiv exclaimed, "it's as if their bodies are shouting what their mouths won't say." Siddhartha nodded. "The body never lies," he said. "Words can deceive, but the body always reveals the truth. To read others, you must observe without judgment. See their movements, their posture, their eyes. They are windows to the soul." One evening, a warrior named Kavi arrived at the monastery, seeking Siddhartha's guidance. Kavi was known for his bravery in battle, but had recently faced a crisis of confidence. He stood before Siddhartha, his voice strong but his eyes downcast. "Master," Kavi said, "I've lost my edge. My men no longer trust me and I don't know why. Please help me." Siddhartha studied Kavi for a moment, then turned to Rajiv. "What do you see?" Rajiv hesitated, then spoke carefully. "He stands tall, but his shoulders are stiff, as if he's carrying a heavy burden. His eyes avoid meeting ours, a sign of doubt." Kavi's face flushed with embarrassment, but Siddhartha smiled gently. "Rajiv is correct," he said. "Your body speaks your truth, even when you cannot." Kavi bowed his head. "What must I do, Master?" Siddhartha gave him a simple task, to spend a week practicing stillness and observing his own body. When Kavi returned, he stood before Siddhartha again, but this time his posture was relaxed, his gaze steady. "I've learned that my fear wasn't of battle," he said, but of failing those who rely on me. Now that I see it, I can let it go. Through his training, Rajiv learned that reading body language wasn't just about understanding others, it was about connecting with them. By observing without judgment, he could empathize with their struggles and respond with compassion. "Master," Rajiv said one day, "why didn't you teach me this with words?" Siddhartha smiled. "Because words are only a part of the truth. To truly understand, you must see, feel, and be present. That is the language of connection." As Rajiv's journey continued, he used his newfound skill to help others. He resolved disputes by noticing unspoken tensions. He comforted friends by recognizing sadness they couldn't express. Over time, he became known as a man of great understanding and kindness. But Rajiv never forgot Siddhartha's first lesson. To master the art of reading people, you must first master yourself. This tale offers timeless wisdom that we can all apply today. Here's how to start mastering body language. Observe yourself first. Notice your own body language in different situations. Are you tense, relaxed, open, or closed off? Understanding yourself is the key to understanding others. Be present. When interacting with others, focus on their movements, gestures, and expressions. Let go of assumptions and see them as they truly are. Respond with compassion. Use what you observe to connect on a deeper level. Empathy is the bridge between understanding and action. Body language is a powerful tool, not for manipulation but for connection. It allows us to see beyond words and into the truth of others' hearts. Like Rajiv, you too can learn this ancient art. The question is, are you ready to start observing the unspoken world around you? Let this story inspire you to look deeper, connect more profoundly, and see the truth that lies beneath the surface. After all, as Siddhartha said, the body never lies. What did you think of this story? How will you apply its lessons in your life? Let's discuss it below. Your journey to deeper understanding begins now.